say that the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits are sweet. That quote might not mean a lot to people, but as I read it, I felt like it pertained to me, only because I started my educational journey completely hating school. Like, I hated school. I was a terrible kid in high school. The only reason why I started college was because my parents forced me to. So, yeah, that's how I started. So a lot of young people, like myself, high school graduates and young adults, feel the pressure of going to college even if they feel they're like inadequate for it. Fortunately for me, once I started here, I actually ended up falling in love with learning. I actually do enjoy coming to school, and a lot of people say you hate it. I like it. It keeps me busy, and it's something I like to do. I get satisfied when I figure something out. So, to get to where I'm at, I did do a lot of research up, whether it be the school, the major, and how I could see myself pursuing it. First I'm going to explain why I chose Citrus College, then I'll talk about what major I am pursuing, and then finally I'm going to tell you how I want to change my community and possibly someone's world. So first, it's why I chose Citrus College. When I first chose Citrus College, I honestly did think about, is it going to offer my classes I need, what's the commute going to be like, and how many people are going to be going here. First, I talked about, do they offer the classes? Originally, I wanted to pursue cosmetology. Closest ones were either here or Riverside. I live in Fontana, off of 15. Citrus is about, on a good day, a 30-minute drive up to an hour if traffic, which I would come at 8 in the morning, spend an hour driving. Riverside, just as bad, but I wanted to stay away from the 91, the 60. I wanted to stay away from any of those. So Citrus College was my best bet. Next was, sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, next was the commute, which is obviously what I just said. And finally, it was the population. I've heard so many horror stories, especially about Mount Sac, with the traffic and how to getting into classes. And so far, since I started here, I didn't really have a problem with that, so I decided to stay here. So now that I've talked about why I chose Citrus College, next I'm going to talk about the degree I will be pursuing. I originally came to Citrus because I wanted to do cosmetology, because again, my parents forced me. They didn't want me sticking with just some retail job forever. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do cosmetology. That's going to be a trade I'm going to learn. I just wanted to get that done and begin working. Getting here, I had to wait to get into cosmetology, so I decided to take some criminal justice classes just because there's something I've always been interested in, especially in forensics. So I decided to take some, and I honestly fell in love with it. I was like, oh, this is not that bad. It's not like high school, so I stayed. 2 years later, after being basically done with that, I decided to switch again. I switched over because I realized that I was actually really good at math, and I knew I liked to deal with money. So I decided to switch my major over to a business major, which I'm pursuing to be in part of finance management for big companies and hopefully for individuals and to help them. So now that I've talked about what major I'm pursuing, I want to talk about how it will change the world. My world or someone else's world. So I want to help out, again, for organizations. Hopefully I want to go with nonprofits too, in order to help budget with their budgets and utilize the money that they earn in the most efficient way as possible. The way I will help individuals, hopefully, is because I was interviewing my cousin. I hold her in high esteem. She said one problem, her name is Helena Yu, she's my cousin. She had stated that one problem she feels is big is student debt. Student debt, you hear about everywhere, I'm sure everyone hears about it. I want to be able to help people eliminate things that they don't need in order to help pay off debt and not be in debt, to live a life that they want to live and have a future they want instead of worrying about the debt they have. So that's how I hope to change the world. Being pushed to go to college, again, I told you my parents pushed me, they forced me to come. I had asked my mom why. Why did you push me? She told me that because she had kids so young, she decided to sacrifice her education, her career, to raise the kids. And my dad, they're 22 years old with 3 kids already. He, coming from an immigrant household, both of them, he's an entrepreneur without a college degree, and he realizes that with a college degree you have more security and more opportunities to pursue. Hamilton. Okay, so first I talked about why I chose to Tisch College, then I talked about my career I will be pursuing, and finally I talked about how I hope to change the world. Deciding on going to college and what major to pursue can be a difficult situation for many people, and there are many young people in the world that may feel they are inadequate to or smart enough to pursue a college degree. According to College Atlas, 70% of Americans will attend a four-year college, but less than 2/3 will graduate with a degree, and 30% of college freshmen drop out after the first year. My hope is for everyone to, even if they hear my story and how I fell in love with it, to pursue something more and to know that they are good enough to earn a degree.